and welcome along to Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. You know what, we're a bit late with it today. That's because I'm over here in Russia, in the beautiful city of Samara in Russia, for the England game, England taking on Sweden. And you know what, it's been a bit of a nightmare. I said to myself, we were supposed to get in quite early and I was going to do Transfer Daily then. Our flight got delayed about 3 hours, we got in late, then the drive from the airport to get to the city centre, that's about another hour and a half. I mean, listen, I've just been travelling over 12 hours now, isn't it? It's just been mental today, but we got to get Transfer Daily done. So listen, we're here and there are a lot of rumours flying around today. First of all, let's start off with Lucas Torreira. Of course, Uruguay knocked out of the World Cup yesterday, and Lucas Torreira obviously very, very disappointed. But now we're going to get to find out exactly what is going to happen with his future. Will he be joining Arsenal Football Club? Well, it looks like it's nailed on to happen. I told you guys yesterday that basically Arsenal offered to send a medical team over here to Russia to do the medical, so that as soon as the World Cup had been finished, it could have been announced. Lucas Torreira turned that down. He actually confirmed that himself yesterday after the game, that yes, I could have done a medical, but I turned that down because I wanted to concentrate on Uruguay's game against France, which they lost. Torreira in the game, by the way, played pretty well. I thought he played well. It was really interesting that he took all the corners, he took nearly all the set pieces, so he's obviously a set piece expert. And again, I thought he had a pretty decent game. But anyway, getting back on what we're talking about, Torreira was also asked about Arsenal. Will you be signing for Arsenal? And he literally said, yes, that's going to get done. But, you know, first of all, I just need to get over what's gone on here. You know, we're out of the World Cup. Now, will it be announced this week or will it be the following week? I'm not too sure. Of course, with these kind of things, it all depends whether Lucas Torreira is going to fly back to Uruguay and with the team and just be at home and sort of, you know, chill out for a few days because it has been a long tournament for him. Or will Lucas Torreira fly to London first, do his medical, get all that sorted, and then go and take a rest? It's going to be one of those two, but Torreira will be coming in at Arsenal. We are getting that defensive midfielder that we've needed for so long. And from what I've seen in the World Cup, I think Torreira looks like a really, really decent player. And I think it's going to be a great addition to Arsenal. And we are fixing the spine. Bernd Leno, goalkeeper. Lichtsteiner and Socrates in defence. And now Lucas Torreira. Now, who else will we bring in? That is what we're sort of thinking about. Will that be it for Arsenal? Or will they go out there and try and get other players? Arsene Wenger, as we know, always said that, listen, I keep my ears and my eyes open, and if anything else pops up, that's what I'm going to get. But will Arsenal bring anyone else in? They've been linked today with Steven Nzonzi, which is a bit of a... I don't know if this one will happen, because if we're signing Torreira, surely Nzonzi is a similar type of player, even though of a different stature, but a similar type of player. It was really interesting yesterday that when France wanted to shore that game up, when they were winning 2-0, and they wanted to make sure that they shut the game down, who did they bring on? Steven Nzonzi to sort of play it in that defensive role, and he played it pretty well. Now, Nzonzi, as we know, 29 years of age, wants to leave Sevilla. He's literally said it, I want out after the World Cup, I want to go and play. He'd love to come and play for Arsenal, is what the talk is, right? However, will Arsenal still go in for Steven Nzonzi if they get Torreira, which looks like it's 100% going to happen? Now, apparently, according to Sky News, Arsenal are in talks with Steven Nzonzi. So could it be, after all this time of not having any defensive midfielders, all of a sudden we go out there and get two? Right? Who knows? But apparently Arsenal in talks with Steven Nzonzi. Let's see what happens with that one. Gelson Martins has been linked with Arsenal all summer. The Portuguese international only really played a little bit in the World Cup. We all know about his shenanigans at Sporting Lisbon, where he and many other players got attacked. He wants out of Sporting Lisbon. Arsenal been heavily linked with him. Arsenal look like they're on the lookout for a winger. Will he come to Arsenal? Well, it's looking highly unlikely today because Gelson Martins has been linked with a move to Atletico Madrid. As a matter of fact, there's a AS over there in Spain literally quoting that, you know, it's a done deal and that he will be joining Atletico Madrid. Jack Wilshere, who of course left the club on the 1st of July, is now looking for a new club. We're being told today that he's in the process of having a medical at West Ham United with a view to signing a 3-year contract. There was talk before that the contract may only be like a year because they've been worried about you know, injuries, etc. But he's going to have his medical, and if he passes the medical and that, Jack Wilshere will probably become a West Ham player, which is going to be a bit annoying. You know, I would have loved to have seen Jack Wilshere stay at Arsenal, but listen, we've got to understand the situation. The situation is that Arsenal cannot guarantee him that he will play football week in, week out, and Jack Wilshere wants that guarantee, and Arsenal just can't give him that right now. So Jack Wilshere looks like moving on to West Ham United, who of course is a club that his dad supported, so it will still be good for him. What about Wilfried Zaha? We're looking for a winger, and it was really interesting that I saw today that Zaha turned down a contract. Has turned down a sort of contract renewal at Crystal Palace. Not out of hand yet, because he's not saying that, you know, I want out, even though a lot of newspapers are quoting and saying that he wants out, he wants to go to another club. Now, if he is available, for me, I've always been a massive admirer of Wilfried Zaha. I think that guy, he's so tricky, so quick, he's so direct. I think he would be excellent at Arsenal. I really, really do. I don't know what you guys think about it. I think I've spoken about this before on the show, and there's been a bit indifferent. Some people saying, nah, we don't want Zaha. Me personally, Zaha down that wing, Mkhitaryan on the other wing, that for me would be an awesome attack with Aubameyang down the middle. That would be fantastic. But what do you guys think about it? He could be available. Price would be quite high, 40, 50 million maybe. But for me, if he's available, why not? And finally, my player and pick from yesterday's games. You know that every day I look at a player and I think to myself, oh man, if Arsenal could get the money together and go and get that guy, get him. Right, I always pick a player out of the World Cup games that took place yesterday. Of course, there were some great games: France, Uruguay, Belgium versus Brazil. The player I'm going to pick is a French player, Raphael Varane. How cool is that guy? How composed is he? How good on the ball is he? He scored a great goal as well. He's just like coolness personified when he's on the ball. He would suit Arsenal down to the ground. Young, fit, quick, composed. I think he'd be absolutely brilliant at Arsenal. Him and Koscielny there, maybe him and Socrates, he'd be brilliant. He can bring the ball out from the back. I think he'd be superb. However, he's at Real Madrid. It would cost a hell of a lot of money, but I'm just hoping that one day Arsenal can be the type of club that operates like that can go and get a player like that. But Raphael Varane would be my pick. Listen, thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget to check out all of our coverage from over here in Russia and also in the UK. We're stationed in both places today to soak in the atmosphere from the England game. But it's great to be back here in the city of Samara for England versus Sweden.